You're at a party. A familiar face approaches with a warm smile, and your mind goes blank. You know this person. You've met them 3 times, but their name has vanished. Seconds stretch. Your brain scrambles through a mental filing cabinet that refuses to open. You mumble, "Hey, good to see you," avoiding the name trap. Inside, a voice whispers, "You're so rude, you don't care enough." But here's the truth. Forgetting names is not a character flaw. It's a predictable biological feature of how your brain was built. Names are arbitrary. They don't come with built-in meaning like fire or danger. Your hippocampus, the memory gatekeeper, prioritizes information tied to emotion or survival. A name heard once in a noisy room carries no emotional weight, so it gets discarded. It's not that you weren't listening, it's that your brain was filtering for threats, not trivia. To understand why, we have to go back, way back. For most of human history, we lived in small tribes. You knew everyone's name because there were only 30 people. Your brain evolved to remember faces fast because a face could mean friend or predator. But names? They're a recent invention. Social lubricant, yes, but not a survival necessity. So when you forget a name, you're not broken. You're just using an ancient tool for a modern task. Now, here's where psychology offers a way out. There's a phenomenon called the Baker effect. You meet someone whose name is Baker. You immediately think of bread. The name sticks. That's because your brain loves meaning. When you connect a name to an image or story, it becomes sticky. Research shows that repeating a name out loud right after hearing it increases recall by over 30%. Sarah, lovely to meet you, Sarah. It feels awkward, but it works. Another tool is visual association. If you meet a Mike, picture him with a microphone. The more ridiculous the image, the more likely your hippocampus will lock it in. You can also use the attention anchor. When someone introduces themselves, look at their eyes and say their name silently 3 times. These techniques work because they force your brain to encode the name as more than just sound. But here's the most important shift. Stop judging yourself for forgetting. Shame floods your brain with cortisol, which actually shuts down memory retrieval. The more you panic, the harder it is to recall. It's a neurological lock. So when the name slips, breathe. Remind yourself, this is biology, not disrespect. And if you still can't remember, simply say, "I'm sorry, your name just left my mind. Can you remind me?" Most people feel relieved. They forget names too. You've just given them permission to be human. In fact, research in social psychology shows that vulnerability builds connection faster than perfection. When you admit you forgot, you signal that the person matters enough for you to care about getting it right. So let's reframe. Forgetting a name is not a sign of a bad memory. It's a sign that your brain is doing exactly what evolution designed it to do. With a few simple techniques, you can help it adapt to a world that expects instant name recall. Repetition, association, attention, self-compassion. That's the formula. Next time you're at a party and a name slips, smile at your ancient brain, and then use the tools you now know. You'll not only remember names, you'll make people feel seen. Because in the end, remembering a name is less about memory and more about presence.